ModFit LT has a comprehensive database engine that allows you to easily store large amounts of data. Databases are created in a simple text format known as tab-delimited ASCII text, which can be read by common database and spreadsheet programs. Please note that creating and editing databases is available only to advanced users and administrative users. Standard users do not have access to the Edit Keyword Map dialog. Let's see how it works. Open a data file and do an auto-analysis. This creates the results and other information you'll need. You can have a separate database for each kind of analysis you do. All or some of these databases can be active at the same time for any of your analyses at your choice. To start, from the Edit menu, select Databases. Database 1 is created by the program and cannot be deleted. To create a new database file, click the New button. To choose what information you want to save in the database, select the database in the list and click the Edit button. You can also double-click the database name to edit it. In the Edit Keyword Map dialog, the information that is available is on the left side. The database fields that have been selected are shown on the right. The tree on the left displays branches of keywords. To open or close a branch of the tree, double-click the label. Each branch contains a set of related keywords. To add an item to the database map, select it in the tree on the left and click the Add button. The field will be added to the database mapping. You can also select more than one item at a time and click Add to map multiple fields at once. Since some programs will not read a text database with more than 255 fields, it's advisable to limit your databases to 255 or fewer entries. Start with a file keyword that specifies the file. There may also be keywords with other demographics that may be useful to identify each record. In the File Keywords tree, select a file identifier such as a $FIL keyword. Now select the Analysis Keywords tree and select relevant keywords. You can edit the selected field names after they are added. Click the field name once to select it, allowing you to type a new field name for the field. You can also use the Tab key to move from one field to the next if you need to edit the names of several fields. To remove fields, select the field and then click the Delete button. To replace an existing field with a new one, select the new field in the keywords list and the old one on the right. Then click the Replace button. To change the order of fields, select one or more fields in the list and then use the up and down buttons to move them. When done, click the OK button to close the Edit Keyword Map dialog. ModFit LT creates several files on disk to manage the database, the location depending on the operating system. For specifics, see the ModFit LT Tutorials section for databasing in the user guide. To edit properties for a database, select the database in the Edit All Databases dialog and click the Properties button in the Active Database section. Properties are enabled or disabled with simple checkboxes. To store records, make the database active by checking the Active field checkbox. If the prompting checkbox is checked, ModFit LT will display a message each time it's about to save a record. You can choose at that time whether or not you want to save the record, as we'll see a little later. If prompting is disabled, the database will save a record automatically whenever an analysis is done. To view the database as you work, check the Viewer checkbox. A viewer window will be created and displayed, and it can be moved, resized, and scrolled horizontally or vertically. Font options are set with the Viewer Font Size property. For other functions and options, see the Database Viewer topic in the ModFit LT User Guide. To select an existing database on disk, click the Choose button. A file selection dialog will allow you to navigate to the existing database and select it. You can change the location of a database by clicking the Path button. Navigate to the new folder and click OK. Typically, you will want only one copy of the database files, so click Yes to also remove it from the old location. This will redisplay the Edit All Databases dialog. If you need an additional database, click the New button at any time. This creates an empty database with a new name, and you can edit it as before. Each database has its own map of keywords to fields, and its own properties determine whether it's active, prompting, or showing a viewer, so you can have more than one database running at the same time. Click OK to close the dialogues. Click the Auto Analysis button on the toolbar and note that the selected results have been added to the database. Open another file, click Auto Analyze, and now there'll be 2 records in the database. To remove a record, click its record number and click the minus toolbar button. To manually add a record of the current data, click the plus button. To enable or disable prompting, click the Properties button. Let's enable prompting to see what it does. Click OK. Now, when you do an analysis or click the plus button, you'll be prompted whether to save the record or not. To temporarily disable the database, if you are experimenting with some model changes, for example, click the Activation button. When it appears raised, the database will not accept new records. To reactivate it, click it again. Finally, if you really want to clear all the records from a database, click the Trash Can button. Be careful here, though. If you say yes, then all the records will be gone, and someone may come after you. Using these database features will prove to be useful, time-saving, and accurate, whatever your analysis needs may be. Oh, and by the way, the database will also work in the same manner when using the cell tracking and sync wizards too. Thanks for listening.